Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here, playing some more Pathfinder Adventures. I'm so glad that scaling Marmasif is over. Now we get to do a regular old scenario. So in this scenario, originally, when you defeat a Bane, which is a monster or a barrier, you get to pick a type of a boon, and it goes to the reward pile, and then if you defeat the scenario, you get all the boons in the reward pile. On the harder difficulty, some shit happens that I don't know about. Oh, I guess maybe it put the original text below. Yeah, so the new rule here is that whenever you defeat a Bane, it makes all subsequent Banes harder by 1. Which is fine. I mean, that's a pretty hard thing, but it's also the last scenario, and it doesn't feel totally unfair like the previous scenario, where each die had a -2 penalty. Wow, I am so lucky. I actually got the exact same wild cards as I did the previous scenario. And this scenario, I would have taken anything, because it's just a regular scenario. But yeah, so if you get a blessing or ally, end your turn. And if you discard cards to damage, you bury one of them, which is totally fine. These are the exact same boons, and I'm very happy. So if I lose, I'm going to be annoyed, because this is about as good of a wild card setting as you could possibly hope for. Okay, so this villain is annoying because... this stuff, who cares? But this thing means that you have to basically, if you're a spellcaster, make a really difficult check to be able to use combat spells, which is frustrating. So Sione and Ezrin have to watch out, and there's no diplomacy alternative, so it's kind of difficult. This one deals 2 damage to everybody at the location, so you're discouraged from grouping up too much. And then on top of that, you take another 1d4 damage. So it's a pretty dick henchman. It deals a lot of damage there. He's one I wouldn't mind not having to fight. This thing is just a totally generic Combat 23 henchman. And then we got these wardens, which we will be seeing again. They deal everybody at the location 1 electricity damage, and they're immune to cold and electricity themselves. Alright, now this is a pretty difficult layout, which is expected because it's the end of the adventure. We've got lots of hanging edges. And then this thing, that's a tough one. So you want someone who can get through it quickly so you don't have to bury a whole bunch of cards. I'm going to just put Sela here because her scouting is guaranteed to go off until she finds the henchman. It does mean that I'm not going to be as good at picking up spells, but at this point I think my deck is good enough to take on the final adventure, especially with all the treasure cards. So that's fine. Do I want to put somebody in the temple? Well, the temple is significantly worse because although that wild card is a good wild card, that whenever you pick up a blessing or an ally, you end your turn, it does make the temple worse because the temple has a bunch of blessings in it, and you can't just skate through it when your turn stops upon picking up a blessing. Now, the Obsidian was very clever here. This guard tower is difficult to deal with because you want to move out of it if you're a Miri, but you can't move into the temple because it costs a card, and you can't move into the mountain peak because then you have to bury a card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a Miri at the throne room and have her go in and out of the mountain peak, and then we'll just have to deal with this guard tower somehow. This thing has a whole bunch of monsters in it, so as much as Ezrin loves going in the Thessalonian dungeon with his big handful of spells, I think he's got to go here because, well, let me take a look. Yeah, he's got the best skill. Knowledge, he's got a D12 plus 3 base on knowledge. So I think it's good to have him go here. And then Sione can go to the Thessalonian dungeon. So now where does everybody else go? Alright, I'm going to put Harsk here and hope he finds his Crown of Charisma before he has to make this check. And Kira. I don't want her fighting bandit henchmen, that's for sure. I don't want her burying cards. So I guess she's going to go to the temple and clear a few cards out of it before hopefully Sela closes her place and then moves in. Alright, so let's do it. At the start of your turn. Oh god, I'm an idiot. I should not have started here. I should have moved here from the temple. So should I do this? It would be nice against that one henchman, but otherwise nothing really deals fire. I'm just going to bury that armor. She has more armor to find. I kind of messed up. Okay, Prayer of Gorm? What's Prayer? I don't know these prayers. After you play this card, if the top card of the blessings, or if you played it on your combat check and you're the only character. Oh, that's a pretty good blessing. I haven't seen those prayers before. They're pretty good. Well, not getting that one. Boots are terrible, and I don't want them. I'm just going to keep going here. I've got Poog to heal me if I wish, so I can just go as hard as I want to. This I obviously don't care about picking up. And I can actually recharge these Iomade blessings, so I'm just going to keep going. Do I want this done? Oh, I don't have any weapons currently, and I guess it's better than nothing. I pick it up. I wouldn't have been heartbroken if I hadn't, Rusted half plate. Okay. Well, that's getting picked up. And I guess that's actually fine, because I can bury it at the start of my next turn. Let's leave it alone for now. That's fine. I made it through half the deck. More than half, actually, when you count the 2 cards I scouted. So yeah, I'll be able to get to the Henchman or Villain next turn. So that's fine. Alright, Amiri does not want to hang out in the throne room. She is going to the mountain peak in the middle, which is a little weird, but whatever. And gonna do some exploring. Zombie Giant. Oh, it feels so good to actually be able to fight these things without a gigantic ass penalty. I am gonna get to discard this if I fail the check. And I'm fine with discarding it too because I have another weapon. So I'm not even gonna flip an arrow from Harsk. I'm just gonna roll it. If I fail, I fail. If I don't, then fine. So I get to pick a boon. Well, what's most significant? I mean, probably getting one of the deck 6 weapons or getting a deck 6 spell. So we'll alternate between weapons and spells. And hopefully get one good thing from one of those categories at some point. I do want to explore this place relatively quickly because... Yeah, because, you know, the sooner I close this, the sooner I get the free scouting and the sooner I don't have to worry about Amiri being weird. This is a combat 19, so I do need to flip an arrow. I am going to keep the armor because that could be handy. I really don't care about this eagle. I'm actually over this eagle. I thought it was kind of cool at first, but yeah, I just don't think it is actually like that good. Let's take another weapon, I suppose. My weapon people can take weapons. My spell people can take spells. And I suppose we're done here. I don't think I need 2 armors. So I'm going to back away and recharge one of my armors. This thing does not let you recharge, but that's fine, so I'll hang on to that. Okay, Ezrin's up. Now, this place has some stuff I gotta remember. Yeah, when a character ends a turn here, you remove 1d4 markers. When all 12 have been removed, bad shit happens. Luckily, Ezrin did get Augury. Will he find a henchman? He will not. But he does get 2 free explorations, which, I mean, it's fine. Obviously, with 7 out of 10 cards being monsters, finding one of the 3 cards on top isn't that unlikely, but it's also not unheard of to get lucky and just avoid it completely. Does this... Oh, it's armor, right. I forgot. I keep forgetting that that's not an item. So I do get cock-blocked there. Alright, I am going to just explore as much as I can. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have any combat spells. Well, I got Force Bolt. But I only have 1 combat spell, so I can't really explore too much. Alright, we got a blessing that I cannot pick up. So I guess that's just going to go by the wayside. That's fine, though. If I picked it up, it would have ended my turn. And this does give me an opportunity to play my hastes. Which otherwise I wouldn't have been able to do because I don't have more than 1 combat spell. Wow, very interesting. So of the top 4 cards, well no, I guess I should say, nah, I shuffled the deck. It's hard to say anything. What the hell, why does it say encounter or evade? Oh, I can bury a card to pick it up. That's why. Well, do I want to bury a card to get this thing? It's not actually that good of a blessing. So that's the thing. I mean, it would give me an extra exploration, but it would end my turn currently. I'm fine with that. I'm going to actually pick it up. Get an extra resource. This invisibility is not very useful. So I'm going to pick that up, and then I've got it now to use. All right, so scrying. What needs to be scroted? There's 2 monsters there. There's 2 monsters there. This place has only 1 monster left because Amiri fought 2 of them. That's kind of annoying, actually. That place has 3 monsters. All right, we're going to go ahead and scry the place with the most monsters, which is Harsk's place. All right, got 1. Unfortunately, would have liked 2 or to find the henchman, but still, it shuffles the deck, gives the henchman a chance to pop up near the top, and it does get me 1 free exploration, which is fine. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just, no, I don't want to use this yet because I still haven't used up 6 turns. Let's go in there. This thing is garbage, so we'll let it go. All right, and then do I want to go again? I think I'm going to discard this to explore. I don't think I'm going to need that many resources in this scenario, so I'm going to discard it to explore. Wait, what is the other thing? Oh, yeah. It's a, 2 dice, 20 divine check. Whatever. Let's go again. Mail of Escape. It's from deck B. I'm not going to read it. Okay, I guess I got it anyways. Well, that's fine. That can help me block some of the damage, so we'll just let that go. And end the turn. Kira's up in the temple. She does find a blessing. And like I said, my strategy here is to go slowly. Because I think Sila's going to be able to get over here. It does kind of suck that my turn ended, but I guess we'll put Consecration into the discard. I don't really need it yet. I do have 2 Holy Candles. So hopefully I'm not going to need the Consecration. I really should get rid of Consecration, though, because in the final scenario of the adventure, there are no blessings, so Consecration does literally nothing. I mean, I guess you can bury it to the Rune Well to start of your turn. Grizzled Mercenary, huh? Well, fine. We'll try for it. This will end my turn. But then, in the future, I can get an extra turn out of it. Okay, Sila's back up. I got to bury a card, so we're going to bury this rusted half-plate that I found lying around in the Rune Well. Let's scout, and there's the... Ooh, there's the villain. All right, that's a nice find. Very nice find. All right, so we're going to leave that there. I do have to be careful because the villain's kind of at the jutting edge. So, you know, there's a little bit of tension. But I'm pretty happy that the villain is there nonetheless, because Ezrin does have teleport, which actually is another card that's useless in the final scenario, so I gotta be careful about that. But anyway, yeah, so that's something that I think I can play around thanks to teleport. And this seems cool. It's a deck 6 weapon, but it's not actually that good. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll have Sila try to get it anyways, but it just sort of sucks. Alright, we'll just pass the turn here. Oh, right, never mind. She's scouting it away. Well, it doesn't matter. Both of those were junk cards, so I don't care if Kira gets it or not. Alright, Amiri's up. She's going back to the mountain peak. Amulet of Colossal Fists. 1d8 plus 5 in the magic trait. And if it's an unarmed combat check, that's actually pretty good. But I'm not going to try picking it up. I don't think I need it. And I think I could have gotten it and still won the scenario, but I just don't think I actually needed it. I'm going to spend a Sage to go again. Yes, the Sage does help me close this location, but because it's only a Survival 6 check and Amiri has a +4 in Survival, she can just bury a card to her Rage and close it automatically. What do we got here? After check, you got 1 force damage that cannot be reduced. Okay, let's look at this. It's a D10 plus 3, discard it for a D8. It's not even that good. God darn it, I hate this. Alright, so we're picking it up. And I guess I'm gonna end my turn here. We'll back away. And now Ezrin's up. So I have to really think about whether it is worth it to even try closing this location permanently. I could walk away from here and just have this be a place that Ezrin temporarily closes. Well, let me take a look. So if I can get through 3 of these cards, then I'll be able to augury and be guaranteed to find the henchman or villain. So let's try it. I do have 1 combat spell. And there's the henchman. Okay, perfect. So we'll fight the henchman, that's fine. So I am going to fail this check, which means I will take a damage. Question is, what do I give up? Well, I don't really think I need this Medusa Mask anymore because we found the villain. So we're just going to drop that. And then for the combat, let's use my 1 combat spell. And let's drop an Orb of Firestorm. Harsk can shoot an arrow. I guess I'll shoot this Healing Poultice, which I don't think I'm going to ever use. There's the 99%. I can actually trust that again. So we're going to roll the dice. See what else I can get. Another Lightning Bolt. Well, that doesn't work against most of the henchmen. So a little bit on the weakish side, but that's fine. And Yeah, we're gonna need just a couple of blessings to make sure that we close this. There's a bit of a graphical error. I clicked on spell, but it looked like the weapon got depressed. I think I've seen that before. And I think it does actually count as a spell, but it just looks off. So let's do a rechargeable blessing there. And... Iomade? No, it wouldn't make sense for you to have Iomade, what does it? I suppose Ezrin will just use his own blessing here. There we go. God, that was really close. Well, it made it. So now I need to only close one more location to technically be capable of defeating the villain, or I can just close extra locations to make the final fight easier. These are both charisma checks. So casting haste doesn't really help, although if I go here and then Amiri drags me here, I can actually go to the Thessalonian dungeon, which is an idea. Does Ezrin have Crown of Charisma? He does not. So yeah, I don't want Ezrin or Harsk trying to close those charisma places. No, I keep thinking Ezrin's charisma is a D4. It's not. It's a D6. It says dexterity. It's a D4. Yeah, I don't mind Ezrin doing a charisma close. That's fine. So we'll just leave Ezrin the way it is and use haste to explore again. Okay, so that's that. We're done. And now Sione's up at the Thessalonian dungeon. Fire Sneeze. It's good back in the day. It's not good anymore. I don't think I need a rush. We'll just pass the turn. Kira's up at the temple. Ah, yes, she's going to go after this mace. I just don't think it's that good. It's a Dex 6 weapon, but I just don't think that being able to add a D8 plus 2 to your combat check by discarding a weapon makes it worthwhile to have something that's just a D8 plus 2. So yeah, we'll just let it go and not worry about it. I suppose I will use a rechargeable blessing to... Actually, you know what? I'm going to use this golem to go again. If I blow up a blessing, it'll let me keep exploring. I blew up some random bow. Okay, that's fine. Scorching Ray. Alright, nice throwbacks here that I definitely don't need. So how many cards were scouted? Just one. Sela should be able to get to the bottom of this on her turn, so we'll just pass. I still have more than 20 blessings thanks to the Holy Candle. This thing is Dex 6 armor, and you can bury it to reduce all damage dealt to 0. But it doesn't actually have any good bonuses. It's like a shield whose benefit is that it works like an armor, but it doesn't have any good benefit. So it's... Oh, no. It's recharged to reduce damage. So yeah, it reduces any damage dealt by 2. Yeah, that's fine. I will go for it. So let's go ahead and make this a better check. Using the prison's ability. And I'm not going to go crazy. If I get it, it's nice. If I don't get it, it's not really the end of the world. I don't actually care that much. Alright, I'm going to pop this mercenary to go again. And it's a Shining Child. Well, don't I get a bonus on this? Oh, no. I'm thinking of something else. Never mind. Okay, well, whatever. Ezrin should be able to handle one little combat check here. What is this? Sure, I'll recharge it to get an extra die, and I'll recharge this Arrow Ranger for another die. There we go. This is looking good. Let's use this rarely used Aristil for 2 more dice. And there we go. I guess I'll take a spell. Oh, that time it did show spell. Interesting. Alright, we're done here. Let's scout it out. Crushing Door. I don't like how that sounds. It's each character. Wow, I'm actually really glad for that scouting ability because Ezrin was about to go in there, and now I definitely don't want him to go in there. Hey, there's the Warden. Okay, this is pretty fine. I'll just fight it. I will not try this Constitution check. Let's get rid of... I don't particularly want to get rid of either of my weapons. I don't really want to get rid of Greater Aid either. I don't think I need Greater Aid, though. Let's just get rid of that. And then you are definitely going to take another damage, too. So we don't need the Warhammer and the Great Club. Okay, so now I'm going to discard one of these weapons. Flip a card. Harsk will shoot an arrow. And I guess we'll seal the deal with this venomous crossbow. Oh my god, that is quite close for having 99% odds. Well, good thing I went crazy on that check. The temple is automatically closed. And so now I could technically go fight the villain. I'm going to take a look at the map and see what things are looking like before making that decision. So what could we do? Well, Harsk. He hasn't gotten his Crown of Charisma yet. Strength 5, that could be Kira. She will automatically close this. So Kira could do that. Amiri could do that. Harsk could do this when he gets his Crown of Charisma. And Sione automatically does that. So... It's a little bit loose just because of this Charisma situation. So it'd be nice to close one of those off. But I really don't need to close the guard tower because Kira has nothing really better to do. I mean, the villain does have 2 checks. So having 2 people there to fight her isn't the worst thing, so that each person can take 1 check. On the other hand, the first check is small enough that I can hold back a little bit on the first check and then go crazy on the second. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think I need to really worry too much, except for about these charisma places. And one of them, awkwardly, has a very frustrating barrier. Harsk can deal with this, but Ezrin's dexterity is a D4. Wait a minute, timeout. This is if undefeated. I see. So Harsk just needs to be the one to explore it. That means Ezrin's going to lose a turn. Damn it, I really should have had Ezrin come over and haste so he could have done an exploration, because now as it is, Ezrin's turn is going to get wasted. Oh, no. Amiri can pull him over. Ah, okay. No, Amiri can't pull him over and explore the mountain peak. But do I need to even close the mountain peak, honestly? I don't think I need to close the mountain peak. I can just have Amiri temp close it. So yeah, what I'm going to do with Amiri is just explore the throne room. Let's see what we can find here. Piece of garbage. Okay, that's fine. So now Amiri will move here and pull Ezrin in so that he can move out. And she's also going to get rid of the stupid thing that she's never going to use. And get an Orb of Ice, which she wants to waste. So at the next combat check, I got to remember to have Amiri pop that Orb of Ice. Alright, should I do Augury? Yeah, let's do Augury, why not? Okay, didn't find a monster, but that Circle of Binding thing is annoying, and it shuffles the deck, which makes it more likely that I'll find the henchman on top now, which is a good thing. I could also actually cast Augury on this place again, if I wanted to. Let's not forget to use this robe to make that an auto-success. Now I guess I'm going to pop my Sleepless Detective, which is sort of like my big spyglass. Alright, there's 2 monsters on top here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the weapon on top, like that. And then if Ezrin can find one of his auguries, or if Sione can find a scrying, then we can get rid of those monsters. I could actually pick this up with my monkey and go again, but what's the point, right? The monkey could just be discarded to explore again. So yeah, we'll just leave it alone like this until Ezrin or Sione find their auguries. Alright, so Sione's here. There's the henchman. Perfect. What is this? Mail of Escape. Okay, cool. But I don't want to escape this. Let's just take a damage. Suppose I'll, Oh, she resists it. Nice. Okay, let's go ahead and do a Poison Blast. Harsk, why don't you go ahead and shoot an arrow. Ah, this is that blessing I really want to find, but it keeps being on the blessing deck instead of the frickin'... Ah, so annoying. I don't think I actually need that Etchakak thing. Let's do this. And let's do a rechargeable blessing. I don't think I need that much. Although I could be wrong, because it's... Oh, I can't use Orb of Ice because this thing is immune to ice. Well, which is why I'm trying to get rid of the Orb of Ice, to be fair. Let's go ahead and do that. Actually, you know, let's keep that. That might be good to keep for when Ezrin or Harsk has to close one of those charisma locations. Okay, so that's defeated, that's recharged. Let's get a spell. See, look, it kind of had the weapon pop up there, but I'm pretty sure it's adding a spell. Guess I can't be 100% sure. I'm not like keeping that close of an eye on things. This location's from the base deck, so I automatically succeed at it because it's not hard to close. I think I might discard some stuff here. I don't need the medallion and the ring and this mail, honestly. So let's get rid of a couple of them. She got augury. Alright, that's actually good. She can come over and augury that location. Now what's Kira doing? Is Kira just wasting her time? Is Kira just sitting around doing nothing? Well, let's have a mass cure here to heal them both up while they're both in the same location. And I don't think I need to flip a card to try to recharge this, though I probably would have gotten it had I done so. Let me think. I could go here and use the Amulet of Inescapable Location and have a 50-50 shot of finding the henchman, but again, there's really no point, because this place is one that Kira can close, and it's the only one that she can even reach. So, I think Kira's turn is just going to be wasted. I am going to use her healing ability, discarding, I suppose, the Sunburst, to cure Sela's cards. And I suppose all that really matters is just getting blessings to help people with stuff at this point. Okay, Harsk is up. He's got the crushing door, which he should be able to handle. Oh, it's hard because, right, everything you defeat makes everything else harder by 1. That's actually another reason to not... Yeah, that's another reason to, like, do as little location closing as possible when you found the villain, because... Hello? Okay, I guess not, then. It's only 1 die, so I guess it's... And it's being discarded, so I guess it's not the matching one? Okay. Anyway, yeah, I should really have remembered that rule a little bit sooner, huh? Okay, well, let's go ahead and do this to add 2 dice to this enterprise. And... Does Blessing of the Gods give me 2 dice? No, just 1. I don't know what the hell that is, but apparently it's only 1 die. Okay, so 83% is not really good enough. Let's pop another Blessing on here. 96%. Fine, we'll take a 96% chance. So yeah, I just want to close one of these damn charisma places, because I don't want Harsk doing it until he has his Crown of Charisma. Then again, once he does have a Crown of Charisma, it's actually fine. What is this? Oh, it's whatever. Okay, yeah, once he's got his Crown of Charisma, he's fine. So I'm going to recharge that. I'm going to get rid of this bow, too. Just to try to get that Crown of Charisma so I can close this place. Didn't happen. Okay, well, I did get the Revelation Quill, which will make it easier. She's kind of in an awkward spot, though. She doesn't really have anything to do. Okay, I'm gonna discard that, I guess. Keep a weapon on hand, and just draw. So I've got 2 characters whose turns are currently being wasted. Does Amiri want to keep trying to close this mountain peak? I don't think so. Now that I remembered that rule, I don't think I want her to fight any more monsters. Also, she can't even get to it. I don't want to fight monsters here because Sione's gonna come in with an augury. And deal with that situation. You know what? Let's take a look at this prison. What do we have? So we have 5 cards here. So there's really no reason not to do this. I can look at the prison itself. Find the henchman. Oh, it's the evil one. It's the one that deals a gajillion damage. So Amiri will block 1 of it, and then she'll block 1 of the rest. Does she have an armor on hand? She does. This is actually fine as long as Harsk isn't there. Okay, so does Amiri have a D4? She has a D4 for Charisma. Shoot, she doesn't really want to close this place. What's the right way to do this? Okay. I guess the right thing for her to do is to just fight this thing. But, if I fight it now, then Harsk is going to take some damage. Because this is... it's a random. I don't want Harsk to be the one hit. He has a Ring of Protection, though, and some junky cards. But then it's each character will take another D4. Yeah, Harsk just got rid of his armor. Okay, so Amiri's going to do nothing. She'll just end her turn. Wait, whose turn is it? Is it Amiri's turn? Yeah, it's her turn. So she's going to do nothing. I guess she will pull Sione in. so that Sione can cast Augury here. And everything else is fine. Now, Ezrin's up. And what's he doing with his life? Exactly. I don't think I need a spyglass. So let's draw a card. Stride could be good. Okay. So let's plan this out one more time. Harsk needs to get his Crown of Charisma, although at the end of the day, if he has to make a Charisma check using D4s, it isn't the end of the world. So that's something to keep in mind. Ezrin doesn't really want to fight that henchman. He does have this robe that will block some of the damage, and then he'll have to take 2 damage, but I guess it's not the end of the world either. But I think it's okay. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Yeah, so Sela will get 2 more turns, so she can do this after Kira positions herself in the guard tower. I think we're ready to do this. Yeah. So on Amiri's next turn, she's going to go here and fight this henchman and close this place. Harsk will have hopefully found his Crown of Charisma to close this place. Oh, but then Amiri can't go here to temp close that, can she? Ha-ho. No, Ezrin will be able to stride her over on his turn. Okay. So Ezrin doesn't need to do anything. Everything is fine. We're just going to pass the turn. Okay, so now Sione... I mean, I don't even know if Augury matters at this point. It is putting the 2 monsters in this location on the bottom. So I guess she can explore and maybe find the henchman. There's no reason not to, I suppose. Nothing really that bad can happen. And there's the henchman. Okay, cool. So it does kind of suck that Ezrin is here, because Ezrin's going to take a damage. Amiri and Sione will be able to block this 1 piddly damage. But Ezrin will not, so he's going to have to take it in the butthole. He doesn't need the Pyromaniac Mage, though. So that's getting trashed. And then here's the combat check. So we're using, I suppose, Fire Sneeze for laughs. Harsk will shoot over an arrow. And I guess we'll do this, because I don't actually need this to close anything. 60%, man, this stuff's getting kind of hard. It's really sort of creeping up on you, isn't it? Let's do this for 2 dice, because it is the fire trait. And I definitely don't want to hold back. I want to make sure that this gets taken care of. Okay, so we got that done. Now, because of that, I guess I don't really need to even have Amiri go over and close that place at all. Harsk can just sit there. In fact, Harsk doesn't even need to do it. I can just have Ezrin stride Sione over, and Sione can close it. Aha! Okay, so now I'm done. I don't want to fight anything more, because each thing I defeat makes the villain harder. By God knows how much. Does this keep track by any chance? Yeah, so everything is modified by +8 difficulty, so it's going to be a bit of a tough check on this villain. Sione does have 2 weapons. So she can discard both of the weapons that she uses. Amiri can throw down this Orb of Ice. Ezrin doesn't have anything good. And Sione doesn't either, except for the Wand of Enervation for the second check. Alright, so whose turn is it right now? Is it Kira's turn? Alright, so Kira's up. I guess she'll just take up her position at the guard tower. Although she doesn't have to, does she? It's going to be 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So yeah, we're fine. This is actually okay. She doesn't need to go to the guard tower yet. What she's going to do is give Sela a Wounding Spear Axe, which adds another D8 to the check. She will then sit tight. Does she need to heal herself? She doesn't have that good of stuff. Is this stuff any good? Not really. Okay, so she's not going to do the healing. She's just going to throw her weapon away. And I'm actually going to throw a blessing away too, because I don't need blessings to close any of the locations, and I'm only going to be able to play 2 blessings on the fight against the villain. Okay, so now Harsk is up. He doesn't need to do this, because he doesn't have his thing. And it doesn't really matter, this place is going to be temp closed. So what he's going to do is he's just going to go here and get ready to shoot some arrows. At this point, he no longer needs a spyglass. or an ally, because those don't help. He's got 2 really good blessings. Ooh, and a charmed red dragon. Very nice. All right, Sila's not going to fight the villain yet. She's going to try to build up her hand with some more blessings. So let's get rid of a spyglass and a spike chain. I don't need all of these weapons. What is this, a d6 plus 3 plus 12? I'll take that over 44. Okay. All right, Amiri's up. She can recharge an item to draw a card. Well, I want to keep this to actually cause it to be banished. So, does she need her weapons? Nope. Let's, I guess, go here. And call it a day. Well, I suppose there's no harm in pulling Harsk over. She doesn't need her weapons, so she can get rid of those. Does not need the armor. If I find the other Orb of Ice, I could actually use them both in the final battle. Didn't happen. Flask of Storm also didn't happen. Alright. So Ezrin doesn't need this robe. I guess I'll get rid of it for a card. Teleport. Not helpful. Yeah, we'll just stride Sayoni over here. See if I can get another card that might matter for some reason. Yeah, I am gonna actually use that teleport. Because that way, let me actually haste Sioni. Oh, I already did that. I guess I don't need to do anything else then. Never mind. I guess I'm gonna just end my turn and cast teleport. And teleport myself over to the villain's location. So that I can use the Staff of Hungry Shadows against the villain's checks. And I might even want to make a combat check against one of the checks. I'm not sure. Okay, so we're done here. I don't need haste. It didn't let me discard it, unfortunately. But anyway, I don't want to actually fight this henchman because I don't want to actually take the damage. Although I could, but I automatically closed this. So yeah, we're done with that. Kira has a very crucial move that kind of the whole thing hinges on. I do need to move Kira over here. So I'm temp closing everything now, and there's no point in exploring. So let's see, I don't need any more blessings. So yeah, we're fine. It's all good. Let's end the turn. Harsk has nothing really to do. I guess he'll just bury a card. Let's bury the eagle. What the? Wait, no, wait, nah! That's not what I wanted. Oh my god, okay. That's a shitty weapon. He wanted to bury that. Wow, that was a hell of a bug. Or did I make my check? Was that it? Did I make the survival check? Is that what happened? Did I make it? Okay, well, do I have anything in here that could help? I guess my bow. So let's scout for no reason. Oh, it's a pit trap! And let's get rid of that and that and see if I can pick up a bow. Didn't. Doesn't matter. Alright, it's time to fight the boss. The boss hoss. Here we go. The Most High Cleopatra. And yeah, just totally generic villain. Kind of surprised that the second to last scenario of the entire game and the last sort of normal scenario before the very wacky final scenario doesn't have something a little bit more interesting for the villain, but whatever. So Amiri will close this place. She is guaranteed to close it. Tragically, I didn't get to blow this thing up, so it's still in my deck for the final scenario where it's, well, it's not totally useless. I don't remember if the villain's immune to electricity, but most of the henchmen are. Then Sioni will close that place, which is a guaranteed closing. Even with Frostfire Sioni's reduced diplomatic capabilities. And then Kira should automatically close that as well. Yep, just barely. Perfect. And we're off to the races. So I guess I will have Sela do the first check and Ezrin do the second. Because Ezrin does throw d12, so it'll make the results more impressive. Let's have Ezrin do his staff. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. It's this divine fit. You know what? Nah, we'll try it. Oh, man, though. Hang on a second. Can I actually guarantee that I can make that check? Do I have extra blessings here? I mean, I do. He's got an extra blessing. Although this means that D12s, blessings to the gods count as doubles. She's got an extra blessing to help out, although she can spend both the blessings on herself. Interesting. Maybe Sela should just do both of them. I'm not going to worry about it. So we'll just do this to reduce the difficulty. Buy a bunch. Buy 16. Pretty sweet card. And then she will discard that. Harsk will shoot an arrow. And I suppose play a blessing. She's already guaranteed. Okay, cool. Yeah, even though Sela throws D8s instead of D12s, I am just gonna have her do the second check too, because I don't want to deal with making that check. I'm sure that I could like have played enough blessings and still probably gotten a higher average roll, but the thing is, I don't care. So here is 2 dice. Here is an extra +5, and an extra that, and an extra that. And an extra that. And then here, I'm not gonna do the wand. Let's do this for 2 more dice. Ezrin doesn't, I don't need to do that. She's gonna make it without that help. And Amiri will waste the Orb of Ice. And all of these are the same. Actually, this is 2 dice because it's matching the top blessing. And she's got some dice herself. So let's go ahead and do that. And that. And although the things are lit, it's not stuff I want to do. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe if and you did. And I will now go ahead and do my post-scenario deck building and reward gathering if you care about that. You can stick around for that. Man, it's just so weird how much easier that scenario is than the one right before it. Oh, we got a Slaying Scythe. That sounds good. Slaying Sword. And then this is the loot that you get. It's actually not a very good weapon. Just a flat +5 is not that good. And discarding it for 2d6 is still not that good. And then the main purpose for it is this thing that lets you heal with it. So in the olden battle days when Ezrin had to have a weapon in his deck, this would be a decent weapon to give to him so you can try to use it as healing. But as it is now, I'm probably not even going to keep it at all. Well, Sela maybe could keep it and use it as a healing card, but we'll think about it later. All right. So, wow, we have a lot to take care of here. So that's that. That's that. Let's put this back to Kira before I forget. Desna's obviously total garbage. Spyglass. I'm just drowning in him. She needs a weapon. I guess she's taking a Spyglass for the time being. And you're definitely not taking that Vicious Double Axe because it's trash. You have an extra blessing, which is garbage that I'm not going to keep. You need an item, which I don't have yet. And that's not good enough anymore. That's not good enough. And I still don't think that that's actually that good. This is a reveal to block most kinds of damage. Yeah, that's just better than this dumb shield. I mean, does anyone have some crappy armor? Yeah, that's actually really crappy. Wow. Can't believe I still have something that bad. Alright, so she'll take that. Fine. Okay. Let's take a look at these damn weapons. Alright, what do we got here? We got the Rune Chill Hatchet. This is not bad. I will take that. I think the days of this spike chain are past. What else we got here? We got a Slaying Scythe. 2d4 +5. Holy shit! Oh, and you can automatically defeat a non-villain monster. My god, that means you can automatically defeat henchmen with this. Holy banana cakes. Well, I don't want to give it to Sela because she might flip it away and lose it. So let's give it to Kira. I think the days of Icy Long Spear +1 are over. That's not bad. What about Slaying Sword? Is this good too? A d6 +5. Oh, yes! All right, let's give that one to Amiri. Man, Amiri's got good weapons. Jeez. Longsword is a d8 +2. It's a d8 +2. All right, that's only a d6 though, so okay, we'll do that. Nice. And a Warhammer +3. Holy crappity dappity do. Well, I guess we'll replace this Warhammer +2 with a Warhammer +3. All right, got some good shit right there. Okay, what about spells? I found this. So I only got one spell. Man, I guess it was a bug. I guess I only did just pick up weapons, even though I kept clicking on the spell button. God darn it. Well, any hoodle. Let's throw all that away. And I am gonna just get rid of that Shellin. I just don't think. Well, maybe it's good for Sela as a healing card, because she does have pretty good charisma. She's got a D10, +2, plus a D6, +2 or 3 charisma. So she could use this. I'm gonna give it to her. I'm gonna hang on to that. Let's just do that quick fix. And go back in. Oh, you have to take an item. All right, we're gonna take one of those flasks to help out at the location. Not Flask of Shock though, because they're immune, or Flask of Cold. So 2d6. Can I get a 3d6? Maybe 2d6 is the best I can do. Yeah, maybe you have to go to deck 5 before you get a 3d6. That's just too bad. Well, all right then. Flask of Fire it is. Here we go. And I'm gonna go back before I forget, and I will give Sela that loot sword thing, so that she can maybe heal herself with it. I honestly don't even see it being that big of a difference, but huh. I guess somebody else should take this Keen Scythe. 2d4 is better slightly than 1d8, so I guess I'll take care of the other longsword. There we go. Okay. Nice. Fantastic. 0 gold, really? For a longsword +2? My god, I feel like I've been ripped off. Well, thanks for watching, everybody, for real this time. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe if you did, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.